Alright guys, today we are on page 44 of the grade 7 module 3 math book. We are going to continue working on using some equations or creating some equations to help us solve situations. So in this example, the ages of three sisters are consecutive integers. The sum of their ages is 45. We have to figure out each individual sister's ages or age. The first word I want to break down here is this word consecutive. Consecutive means in order. So consecutive integers, I'll zoom in a little more on this. Consecutive integers are integers, so whole numbers that are in order. So 1, 2, 3. Those are consecutive integers. 12, 13, 14. 12, 13, 14 are consecutive integers. We know that the three sisters are consecutive, their ages are consecutive integers. So for example, they might be 12, 13, and 14. But we have to do a little bit of thinking to find out, because it tells us the sum of their ages is 45. So remember sum means addition, the answer to an addition problem. Not every three consecutive numbers adds up to 45. Actually, there are only three consecutive numbers that will add up to 45. So here's just a little background for you. So like I said, the numbers, well, we'll go with this. We'll go with 1, 2, and 3. Those are consecutive. They're in order. And we could think of those like this. We could think of them as 1 equals, well, just 1. 2 equals 1 plus 1. 3 equals 1 plus 2. If I wanted to go on for another consecutive number, I would say 4. 4 equals 1 plus 3. And I'm not just trying to go over basic elementary math with you. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get you to see that there's a pattern to consecutive numbers. Consecutive numbers, we can start with a starting number. In this case, it was 1. Let's pretend we didn't know what these numbers were. Let's pretend I didn't know what this was, but I knew that these three numbers were consecutive. Well, I don't know what this number is, so I wouldn't be able to put 1 here. Since the number is unknown, I would put x. Now the next consecutive number, again, I don't know what it is, but I do know that since it's a consecutive integer, all I have to do is add 1 to this, and then whatever x is, the next number would be x plus 1. And then to get to the next number from the original, we would do x plus 2. So that's kind of the key to how we are going to set up our equation to find out the ages of the three sisters. So it says use a tape diagram to find their ages. Well, let's set up a tape diagram, and the first line I will draw is going to be the sum. So the sum of their ages is 45. So I just took the sum and I say, okay, I know that all three of their ages put together equals 45. So I put my total amount up there on that tape. This part right here, this is going to be the line that represents the three sisters. So this is the sum. Let's break this line up into those sections of three sisters. So let's see. We're going to have Make this sister 1, sister 2, and sister 3. So what do I know about sister 1? Sister 1 is going to be the youngest sister. So sister 1 is the youngest, and that means her age is the lowest. So her age is the lowest. Sorry there, a little camera issue, but the sister 1's age is the lowest, and if I look back up here, well, my lowest number, when it was 1, well, I started with the 1, and the 1 that stayed with them for the rest of the consecutive integers. Here, I don't know the age, so I'm going to have to start with x. X is going to represent, x equals the age of the youngest sister. So I'm defining my variable. All right, we should be good now. Age of the youngest sister. So the youngest sister is just x. Now the sister number 2, she's in the middle. She's in the middle, so her age is going to be the youngest sister plus 1 because they are consecutive ages. So sister 2 is going to be all of x, and it's going to be x plus 1. Sister 3 is the oldest sister, so her age is the greatest. Just like here, how 1 was equal to 1, 2 was equal to 1 plus 1, 3 was equal to 1 plus 2. And over here, how we had the first number that was consecutive was x, the second consecutive number was x plus 1, third number was x plus 2. We're going to have x plus 2 right here. So, in order to find their ages here, let's make an equation. My equation is going to be, let's see. My equation could be something like, well, I'll put my equal sign since it is an equation. And I know the sum, or the total, is going to be 45. Now let's see, in order to get up to that 45, I have to have this section, I have to have 3 sections. The age of the first sister, the youngest sister, plus, since it tells us the word sum, the age of the middle sister, and then the age of the oldest sister. Now let's see, so this is the youngest, middle, and oldest. The age of the youngest sister, we can see right here, was x, just x. Because x right here says age, x equals age of the youngest sister. The middle child, well, she's 1 year older than the youngest sister. So hers is x plus 2. Again, I'm putting this and this and this all together. The oldest, since she has 2 younger sisters and they're all consecutive, is x plus 2. So there we go, x plus 1 plus x plus 2. Now, that's not the cleanest equation. Let's clean this up a little more. Something I notice here, I notice we have addition. So since it's all addition, I can really just rewrite it like this. X plus 2 equals 45. Okay, now look at what we got going on. We have all addition. We see x, x, and x. So I can really just write 3x. I'm turning repeated addition into multiplication. Then really, what do we have left? We have plus 1 and plus 2. I actually can add those together. Plus 1 and plus 2 is going to combine to be 3. So we have 3x plus 3 equals, and it's all still equal to 45. So now, if I want to find out the age of all the sisters, here's what I do. I'm going to get x alone, because I'm going to find out the age of the youngest sister first. I'm going to use that age to then find out the age of the other two sisters. So I follow reverse PEMDAS. We're going to remember, we look for whatever's being added or subtracted first, then whatever's being multiplied or divided. Then if there's any exponents or parentheses, we move those. So let's see. Trying to get x alone, we have to move this plus 3 first because that's being added. Move that by subtracting 3. So if these cancel out, we'll be left with 3x equals 42. From there, so let's see, I completed my addition or subtraction. From there, what's being multiplied or divided? Well, 3x means 3 multiplied by x. I have to do the opposite. I have to divide by 3. So, from here, these cancel out. We're left with x equals 14. That tells me the youngest sister is 14. From there, let's work on the middle. Find out the middle sister age. Well, the middle sister's age is x plus 1. We just found out that x is 14. 14 plus 1 means the middle sister is 15. The oldest, well, the oldest is x plus 2. She's 2 years younger than the youngest. I said 2 years older than the youngest, right? So let's see, x is 14 still. So that's what we found. And we add 2 to there. So there we go. The youngest is 14, the middle is 15, and the oldest is 16.